I never thought a single text message could change my entire life. But that's exactly what happened one cool spring evening in Denver, Colorado. My name is Claire Thompson, and for most of my life, I thought I was careful with my choices. I had a steady job at a publishing house, a circle of close friends, and a loving fiancé named Michael Harris. We had been together for 3 years, and our wedding was only 6 months away. Everything seemed settled, almost picture-perfect, the kind of life you'd think couldn't be shaken by something as small as a message on a phone screen. But sometimes the smallest choices carry the heaviest weight. It began on a Tuesday after work. I was sitting at a cafe downtown, my laptop open, trying to edit manuscripts while sipping coffee. My phone buzzed on the table, and when I glanced at it, my breath caught. The name flashing on the screen was one I hadn't seen in years. Ryan Carter. Ryan had been my college boyfriend in Seattle. He was the kind of person who burned bright. Funny, charming, a little reckless, and impossible to ignore. Back then, he made me feel like the center of the universe. But our relationship ended badly. He moved away for work, and I stayed behind, tired of chasing someone who couldn't commit. The last message I had sent him was, "Goodbye." That was 4 years ago. And now, out of nowhere, here he was again. His message was simple, "Hey Claire, how have you been?" I stared at the screen for what felt like forever. I knew I shouldn't answer. I knew it could only complicate things. But curiosity, and maybe old memories, got the better of me. Without thinking too much, I typed back, "I've been good. How about you?" I didn't realize it then, but that one reply set off a chain of events I couldn't stop. At first, the conversations were harmless. Ryan told me he had moved back to Denver for work. He said he thought of me sometimes, that he wondered how life had turned out for me. I told him about my job, my friends, and even mentioned Michael, though I noticed he never once asked about him again. Over the next week, our messages grew longer. We talked late into the night about everything. College memories, books we loved, places we dreamed of traveling. With each text, I felt myself slipping back into old patterns, laughing at his jokes, waiting for his messages. It was like opening a door I thought I had closed forever. Michael noticed. He didn't know about Ryan at first, but he could tell something was different. "You're distracted lately," he said one evening while we cooked dinner in our small apartment. I brushed it off with a smile, saying work was just busy. But inside, guilt gnawed at me. One Friday night, Ryan asked if I wanted to meet up, just to catch up. I told myself it was innocent, just 2 old friends having coffee. But when I walked into that downtown cafe and saw him again, my heart skipped a beat. Ryan hadn't changed much. Still charming, still magnetic. We talked for hours, and for a moment, I felt like I was 20 again. But as I left, I realized something dangerous had begun. The texts grew more frequent, the meetings less accidental. Michael asked more questions, and I had fewer answers. I told myself I wasn't doing anything wrong, but deep down, I knew I was standing on fragile ground. Then came the night everything shattered. It was late, past midnight, when Michael picked up my phone by mistake. Ryan's name flashed across the screen with a new message. "I miss you. I always have." Michael's face went pale. "Claire, what is this?" I had no words. My silence was louder than anything I could have said. That night, Michael packed a bag and left. The wedding plans, the life we had built, the trust he had given me, it all collapsed in a single moment. I tried to explain, to tell him nothing had happened, that I never meant for it to go this far. But for Michael, the damage was already done. A single text had been enough to unravel everything. The days that followed felt like walking through fog. Friends called, trying to comfort me, but nothing filled the emptiness. I deleted Ryan's number, realizing too late that he wasn't part of my future. He was part of my past. And I had let the past ruin what mattered most. Sometimes I sit by the same cafe window, watching people come and go, wondering how one message could hold so much power. If I had ignored it, if I had just left the past where it belonged, maybe I'd still have the life I loved. But now I know, some doors should never be reopened. Because once you step through them, you can lose everything you've built.